Hello. After a jolly good sofa day yesterday, the sun has come out today. I'm replenished with my energy, and and we've already done lots of small jobs this morning. So morning chores with the chickens and ducks are done. We have put one broody a couple of days ago into a broody house in the chicken palace. So that's Big White's enclosure, and that's a lemon pile Brahma. She is very, very broody, seems to be quite settled into her broody house. And we're now about to sort out a broody house in the diesel field, so what was Elvis's flock, because there are 3 girls who are broody, and we don't want 3 broody girls, but they've been broody for about a week or so now, and we've also got some eggs in the incubator that have been there for about a week. So my thinking is that I'll leave a couple of girls in a broody house, and at the point I do lockdown on the incubator, I'll pop them in under the girls, and then they can hatch out. For the last 3 days they can sit on those eggs and hatch out some chicks, and then hopefully that should break their broodiness, because they will have chicks to look after. So I've already moved the house that's going to be used as the broody house, but the thing that Mr. Jane and I need to do next is to move the fence, because we're still getting escapee chickens, and they will just jump onto the roof of that house and then be out into the gravelled yard whenever they feel like it. So we're going to tackle that this morning and see how we get on. I promised you a duckling update. They are doing absolutely fine. We've started giving them a paint roller tray as a little pond, and they just have that for sort of 10-15 minutes each morning. I don't want them sitting in it or going to sleep in it because they're not waterproof yet, but I do want them to have a chance to clear their nostrils and to get used to dibbling around in water. And if you'd like to see their morning ventures in the water, I'm going to put up a separate video, and as always the link will be up there once it's online, and you can just spend 10-15 minutes with those ducklings dibbling around in the water. To the utter disgust of many of the girls, we've rearranged the fencing so that we've got a double layer going backwards and forwards of this netting. Instead of it going right around the perimeter of this bit of field, we've cut it across at an angle, so they've got slightly less space, but it does mean we can have the broody house outside of the fence, so they're getting less disturbed by the other girls who do like to jump on this house, and it makes easier access for us. So we've used this very old and wholly flexible netting that should be electrified netting, but it's not. We don't have a transformer charger, whatever the right word is for it, so we just use it as a please don't come out of this space guidance for the birds. And usually they're pretty good about staying within the confines of it, but we do now have about half a dozen girls who make it their mission every day to escape. So what I'm hoping this double layer and fixing it quite solidly into the ground will stop them. If they're still getting out, then obviously they're flying out, and that's the point where we have to make a decision about whether I clip one of their wings or not, which I don't want to do. And at the end here we fixed a post onto the wall, not very solidly as it turns out, because this wall is in some places very soft and in other places very hard. Anyway, it's on enough, and then we've stapled this bit of chicken netting on, which just goes across and blocks the end section here. For those of you who haven't spent much time with me in the garden yet, we live on an incredibly windy site. 2 sides of our property pretty much borders onto water. It's tidal water, so we get the sea breeze coming in that way. And on the other side, which is the west side, we get the prevailing winds coming straight across, and there's very little cover in that direction to stop the wind hurtling through. So I'll apologise now for the fact that even on what would be the stillest of days, there is nearly always the sound of wind. We live on a windy site. I've worked up a sweat, which is great. I don't mind being sweaty at all. It's a sign of hard work, and I like that. So I've removed all the leeks, here they are behind me, from bed number 3, and in here my chart says I'm supposed to be planting onions and carrots. I'm actually going to plant carrots and beetroots. I think in America beetroot is called beets, but we absolutely love them and we didn't know we did, so so that's been a really nice discovery since we moved here. So I'm going to do quite a lot of carrots. I'm going to do some beets. I've got another bed that is earmarked for beetroot, so I'll put some carrots in there as well. We weren't very successful with carrots last year. I sowed around 3,000 carrot seeds and we had five carrots, about this big. It was what you might call a spectacular fail. So I'm hoping that this year the carrots will do better. I have a massive thank you to say. I'm not going to embarrass you by saying your name. You know who you are. Thank you very much for the gift. That will go towards my new computer. Thank you. Right, let's get on with sowing these carrots. Just come inside to get a much needed drink. Water is fabulous. When you need to rehydrate, that is the thing. The beetroot is in, the carrots are in. I've sown 3 or 4 varieties, a red Chantenay, one called Red Atomic, a rainbow mix. And if it wasn't a rainbow mix, it was purple cosmic. I can't remember now. Anyway, so I've sown those as carrots, and the beetroot was Boltardi. So they're all covered over. I need now to put some sort of netting or mesh or fleece or something over them just to stop the cats digging them up. And hopefully, hopefully we will get a carrot crop this year. The weather is absolutely glorious today. It's 19 degrees out there, feels like real feel 20 degrees. If you've been working hard in your garden, about 23 degrees. It's lovely, it's very nice. I'm really pleased. After yesterday's overcast, grey, drizzly, cold, and the wind was just... The wind was biting. I mean, as Mr. J said, it was really chilly yesterday. So huge contrast today. It's very nice. And we're due to have reasonably good weather for the rest of the week. So hopefully I'll get loads more done out in the garden. And then when it's rainy again over the weekend or beginning of next week, then I can have a rest. So that's it for me today. I'm going to finish my drink, head back outside and pull up a few more weeds. And there is a second video today. It is purely the ducklings splashing around in their little pool. So if you enjoy my videos, please like, comment, share, tell a friend about it. And so, wherever you are in the world and whatever you've got planned for today, I hope it's a good one. And I also hope you can join me again tomorrow.